All right, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. Call Haloyam La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Hahakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. And shalom to the Akwah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. All right, so I was listening to the beloved elder Malcolm go into into the things that's about to take place, man, because we're entering in these dark times, man. These dark times that are fastly approaching. You know what I'm saying? Fastly approaching. And we're gonna see these things, man. We're gonna see these food shortages, and we're gonna see these power outages. You know what I'm saying? The elder Apostle Tahar went into the possible into the blackouts that's being pretty much telegraphed before the whole world that that it's about to take place. Most likely this summer, man. This is going to be a crazy year by the end of it. It's going to be a crazy the events. You know what I'm saying? This is just the first quarter that we're ending. The first quarter is now ending. Now we're going into the time of summer. You see what I'm saying? And it's already been incredible. It's already been incredible prophecy-wise. You see what I'm saying? Right? And I got a couple articles we're going to get into, man. You know what I'm saying? Because because the elder Malcolm was getting into this Jake right here. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's a Jake. He's got himself physically fit. He's got a whole wall, full of equipment and things like that. And this is what we've been saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Beginning with the elder apostles on down, you know what I'm saying? This is what we've been saying. Like this whole concept of what makes a man valuable, highly valuable in this society, the so-called high value man, is about to be out the window. All the way out the window. You see what I'm saying? Because a man's got millions of dollars worth of crypto, you know what I'm saying, in his bank account or whatever, that ain't gonna mean shit. It ain't gonna mean shit. You see what I'm saying? The concept of so-called high value is about to shift, man. They're not gonna look for the guy that's got all these millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, six-figure man and whatnot. No, because money ain't gonna mean nothing. Money ain't gonna mean nothing. In every sense of the word, money's not gonna mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? The elder Amwan Kabar was getting into that too. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't gonna mean nothing. The inflation is overwhelming, and it's going to completely cause the world to shift. You know what I'm saying? Come to a screeching halt, because they're gonna get this new world order, this NWO. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it popping. They're gonna get it popping, man. You see what I'm saying? They ain't playing no more games. Right? So, you're gonna look for a guy. These women out here, they're gonna look for a guy that's got things like this: an axe, a flashlight, you know what I'm saying, gas masks, filter tanks and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, tactical gear and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, crossbows, all these things. Like these women are gonna be looking for these kind of dudes, and even they are not the ones that's gonna be protected. You see what I'm saying? The ones that the true high value man is going to be the one that the Most High is protecting. You see what I'm saying? The elect men. The elect men. Right? Because even men like this, with their tactical equipment, their tactical gear and whatnot, their scopes and their firearms, it's not going to mean nothing. It's not going to mean nothing. It'll only last you for so long, man, if you ain't covered under the Most High, under the Most High, you know what I'm saying, through his son Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? If you're not giving that thawah, that mark of exemption through the Spirit. If you ain't given that, you know what I'm saying? There's no amount of prepping that you can do, right? There's no amount of food that you can gather. There's no amount of of money that you could stash away. Even gold and silver is not gonna do you too much. You see what I'm saying? There's not enough bullets that you can stack up. All right. We entering into a whole mess that's about to about to engulf the world. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 30. All right, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6, it says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail? And all faces are turned into paleness." Into paleness, man, because we're about to see the true nature of people come out when there's no food. Right? It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Right? We shall be saved out of it, man. The elect are going to be saved out of it. Beginning with the men, you know what I'm saying? The women are going to be saved by those men, you know what I'm saying? By angels. You see what I'm saying? These things is about to take place. The whole dynamic is going to shift. Everything is going to be turned upside down, man. All this pride that you see is about to be destroyed, about to be demolished overnight. Overnight. This ain't something that's going to happen. That's going to happen over a long course of time. No, man. This is going to happen suddenly. It's going to happen instantly, man. Instantly. All it takes is just the perception of certain things to creep into a person's mind, and their whole mindset changes, man. Right? The fear of the Most High is about to sweep this place. It's about to sweep this place, and they're gonna see, they're gonna see what it means to fear, because this is a nation that's been engulfed in nothing but pleasure, right? Pleasure. You see, this is that unwalled village, as is written in the scriptures, right? This is that virgin daughter that's never seen turmoil, never seen hardships. You know what I'm saying? The worst that this place can point to, is what? The Great Depression. The Great Depression. That's nothing, man. That's nothing when you talk to these Afghanis. That's nothing when you talk to these Iraqis. That's nothing. That's nothing when you talk to all these people in Syria, in Libya. There's nothing. The Great Depression is nothing in comparison to when you're looking at all the places that Esau has invaded, that Babylon has invaded, America has invaded. If you look at all these other places, the Great Depression pales in comparison. Right, so let's get these articles real quick, because I got quite a few of them. You know what I'm saying? And I got limited time, so let's get into this. All right, this is from shtfplan.com. It says, Bank of England warns an apocalyptic food shortages are incoming. Apocalyptic food shortages incoming, man. You know what I'm saying? And we know, and we listen to know, we understand that this is all orchestrated by Esau Edom, man. But it's prophesied to happen. But this was prophesied to happen, man. Right? When we see in all this shortage of baby food, and an article just came out that they stashed all the baby food, you know what I'm saying, along the coast of Mexico. Right? You see what I'm saying? Showing that this was orchestrated, man. But what's going on here? What's going on here? These Americans are being backed into the corner, man, because sedition's got to come out. Sedition has to play out, man. The prophecies will play out. That's just how this works. If it says that sedition among men is going to happen, it's going to happen, man. You see what I'm saying? And if you're trying to stop it, like I believe the elder Awam was getting into this, man. You know what I'm saying? If you in the spirit of trying to stop this, from happening, then you in the wrong spirit. You need to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need to check yourself, man. Right? So, right, it says Andrew Bailey, the governor of the Bank of England, said he has run out of horsemen. Run out of horsemen when counting the shocks. When counting the shocks facing the UK with runaway energy and food costs, he's warning of an apocalyptic food shortage and soon. Right? Run out of horsemen. Yo, that's the spirit, man. Run out of horsemen. Woo. As a matter of fact, let me get some real quick. That's funny, man. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. It says, "Now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall and fail together." Right? Blaming the war in Ukraine for the crisis, as most politicians and central banking tyrants are doing, Bailey suggested, and this is a particularly interesting choice of words for biblical prophecy scholars, that governments have run out of horsemen to deal with runaway inflation, which is quickly turning into hyperinflation. Yo, this is it, man. Call hello, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 13. Right? Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them." Right? Right now, Russia is against the UK. Russia is against the US. Russia is against all of the West. Right? Russia is against all of the West, man. Right? And we're going to get into that. Lord willing, we're going to get into that, man. "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it." You know what I'm saying? Slocky. All right, run out of horsemen. Let me turn these notifications off. Slocky. Right? So let's see. Okay. According to a report by Strange Sounds, he also used the term apocalyptic to describe the current situation we all face. The governor said that he had spoken to Ukraine's finance minister and added, "The risk in going to sound, I'm going to sound rather apocalyptic about, I guess, is food." Right? Because food is something that's essential to all men. You see what I'm saying? All living beings. Doesn't matter who you are. You see what I'm saying? Food is something that shakes an entire nation. It shakes an entire world. You see, if everything is connected, and you break the chain of what's connected to get all this food back and forth, everybody suffers. Not just one individual country, not just one, continent. All continents. If it's all connected, you see what I'm saying? Let's get another article. All right, another food supply issue. Wheat prices surge. Says the price of wheat is surging as inflation and shortages force the cost of the commodity even higher. Experts suggest that the price of wheat will increase by over 40% this year. By over 40%. We're about to see a lot of death, man, because the people can't afford to live. Like you know, you got your gas bill, you know what I'm saying? You got your electric bill, you got your water bill, you got your rent or your mortgage, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, now you got your, you know, you got to get your food. Your food, your gas to get back and forth to work, you know what I'm saying? All this inflation is increasing, but the wages are not increasing. You see what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. It says we need everyone on the globe to be prepared for the increase in the cost of wheat. Wheat prices will rise to $700 per ton this year, a nearly 40% jump from the current $430. The Ukrainian Minister of Agrarian Policy and Food, Mykolaitovsky, said on Wednesday, as cited by TASS. Okay. All right. So food is about to be increased because the wheat is going to be increased. You know what I'm saying? The food prices because the wheat prices is going to be increased. You know what does wheat make? You know what I'm saying? Cereal. Right? I used to work at a mill where they made cereal and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Wheat is used. Wheat is used in all kinds of things. Many things. You know what I'm saying? How is this going? You know, how is this going to be? This going to be offset? You know what I'm saying? This is all planned. All of this is planned. Let's go to the book of. Let's see. The staff of bread. Salaki. Let's see if it's Ezekiel. Here we go. The water Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. This is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. And it says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? Famine is nothing to laugh about. Famine is nothing to laugh about, man. You see, famine is nothing to scoff about. When the prophet is out here talking about there's a famine coming, and you sitting here saying, well, not in our lifetime, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You see what I'm saying? Which I shall send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine. I will increase the famine. You see what I'm saying? I will increase the famine. Let's see this. It says, are we ready to pay $500, $600, $700 per ton? The situation is critical for Asian and African countries, which mostly imported grain from Ukraine, Solsky added. The economic law of supply and demand is going to be made very clear to most in the coming months. The harvest this year is also expected to be much smaller. This year we expected a 50% drop from last year's harvest, he stated. Added that due to Russia's ongoing military operation in Ukraine, the next winter sowing campaign is in jeopardy, he said, according to RT. All right. So let me read this again. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. All right. So he's gonna break the staff of the bread, man. You know what I'm saying? the windows shall be darkened, man. Right? It ain't gonna be no more happy times, no more good times, you know what I'm saying? Happy hours and whatnot. No, as a matter of fact, beer, wheat plays a part in the making beer. You see what I'm saying? Wheat plays a part in the manufacturing of beer, alcoholic beverages. The people ain't ready for this. All right? Let's get another article. This article says the UN, the United Nations, says social unrest is coming as a consequence of war-fueled food inflation. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. All right. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 15. And it reads, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right? You're going to see these bullets flying, man. The modern day sword is the gun. You're going to see bullets flying. People are going to be turning against each other as enemies. Like enemies, as is written in the 6th chapter. You see what I'm saying? "For there shall be sedition among men." It says what? It says social unrest, right? Sedition. "There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." They're not going to care about the authority. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. They're not going to care about authority. There's going to be anarchy. It's going to be it's going to be, vandalism. Right? People are going to break inside houses, inside homes, inside the stores, inside convenient markets, right? Your corner stores, all these things, man. Right? Verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Martial law is going to be enacted as a response. Martial law is going to come into play, man. Right? "They shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to." There's going to be blockades, right? Military personnel guarding the main highways. Verse 18, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Right? Verse 19, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." Right? Because of the lack of bread and great tribulation, man. Right? Dealing with wheat increases, you know what I'm saying? And we dealing with power outages, man. It's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy, man. It's about to be crazy. David Beasley, the current head of the UN World Food Program, is warning that a perfect storm of global economic collapse is rapidly forming. Extreme weather, war, the Wuhan C-19, and financial failure are all simultaneously setting the stage for a war-fueled crisis of biblical proportions. Notice all these articles keep mentioning in the Bible. If people can't feed their children and their families, then the politics unsettles. What did Gerald Celente say? He said, "When the people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it." Right? So let me read this again. If people can't feed their children and their families, then the politics unsettles. We're about to see the true nature of people. Jump out of them. Beasley told CNN during a recent conference related India, the world's second largest wheat exporter, just cut off all wheat exports. Bruh, we about to see some shit, man. The UN itself is now having to ration its food supplies due to high prices and supply disruptions. This is causing millions of people who rely on this sustenance to suffer. If we're not there with a safety net program, then the political extremists, or whatever the case may be, will exploit that. Beasley said, noting that many hungry children are suffering, and it's going to be a lot of death. It's going to be a lot of death, man. You know what I'm saying? But what? The prophecies have been spoken, man. The prophets have come out, you know what I'm saying, for as much as we could, you know what I'm saying, channels being taken down, you know what I'm saying, we're about to be removed from the airwaves, you know what I'm saying, we're about to be removed from these corners, from these street corners, because persecution is about to rise. The persecution is about to rise, and you think we're going to be out there? No, man. You see what I'm saying? Those that's teaching the correct doctrines, those that's following the right, that's following the right doctrine according to the scriptures. We know what's coming. We know that Jacob's trouble is at our doorstep. We know that. We know that we are entering into that door. You see what I'm saying? But watch what happens, man. You're not going. Are you gonna hear? You're gonna hear Big Judah talk about this, Big Levi talk about this, and all these jokers is sitting here saying that Jacob's trouble already passed. Are they gonna talk about this? No. They leaving all y'all out to dry, man. All of you who follow them. All of you who follow them. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right? "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Right? We're about to enter into these famines. We now got this new pestilence talking about the monkey kung flu. The monkey kung fu. You see what I'm saying? We got that going. You know what I'm saying? Famines and pestilences and earthquakes. Right? We got all these landslides, these earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? Your seismologist will tell you that we've seen more earthquakes in these recent years than we've ever seen in history. Right? Volcanoes erupting everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Earthquakes in diverse places, man. All right? So let's get something else here. Okay, a member of NATO blocks Sweden and Finland's accession talks. Turkey has opposed the Nordic states' membership of the U.S.-led bloc, according to accusing them of supporting terrorist groups. Right? So we're seeing a split right now. We're seeing a split happening in the beast. Right? Because the beast is going to hate the horde, man. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. Biden's going to do something real stupid that's going to cause all these other nations to turn on America, man. You see what I'm saying? And this is all orchestrated by Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. Right? You see, the thing about NATO is that when there's going to be a major decision made, even though the United States leads NATO, all nations that's a part of NATO have to agree unanimously. They all have to agree unanimously, all on one accord. You see what I'm saying? In order for that major decision to to be enacted. You see what I'm saying? So if one nation disagrees, then they can't move forward. So Sweden, you know what I'm saying? Sweden and Finland, they can't come a part of NATO, meaning NATO cannot expand closer and closer to Russia, which is what they really want. This is what they really want, right? And we've been seeing in the previous years, Turkey has been siding with Russia on a lot of things. Turkey has been purchasing weapons and fuel and stuff like that from Russia, right? For all intents and purposes, man, we can say that Turkey is on Russia's side, you know, and Russia has an ally in you know, within NATO. And when, you know what I'm saying, when one happens, you know what I'm saying, it's going to start a trickle effect. It's going to start a trickle effect. Right? Let's get that. Check this. It says another NATO leader voices opposition to Sweden and Finland. Another NATO leader. Following Turkey's move, Croatia's head of state also seeks a better deal with the bloc. Right? Croatian President Zoran Milanovic plans to instruct the country's permanent representation. He plans to instruct the country's permanent representative to NATO to block the accession of Finland and Sweden to the U.S.-led organization, he said on Wednesday. Refusing consent would turn the international community's attention to problems facing ethnic Croats in neighboring Bosnia and Herzegovina. Milanovic told reporters under the current election laws, Croat representatives tend to get elected with the votes of Bosnian Muslims known as Bosniaks. Zagreb is pushing to revise this, right? So in any case, we've got two nations now that's a part of NATO, that's a part of the beast, that's that's disagreeing with the whore. You see what I'm saying? Because this is U.S. led, and America is now going against Turkey for disagreeing with this. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was CNN that openly said that Turkey should be excluded from NATO. You see what I'm saying? So the split is happening. The split is happening. We're seeing it right now, man. Let's see if we can get this scripture here. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, And Yahawashi knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right? So amongst this devil's own organization is now coming to divide, the split. You see what I'm saying? And we're about to see this unfold even further as we go along. You know what I'm saying? Because prophecy's popping off the page. Let's get Habakkuk chapter 2. Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, And the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. but at the end it shall speak. But at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? We got Bishop Nathaniel mocking that that the MOTB was falsely prophesied by our apostles. You know what I'm saying? We're about to see what goes down, man, in the coming months, man, because those that stand on their watch, they can clearly see this. Those that follow the correct doctrine, they can clearly see what's going on, man. They can see the moves that's being made. Everything's going digital for a purpose. For a purpose. Right? So let's see. Let me see something real quick. All right, this was shared by the Elder Malcolm on his channel, and it says European Union folds and buys gas from Russia by Russian terms. You see what I'm saying? This is it, man. This is it. We're seeing it. We're seeing it all happen. We are seeing this all happen, man. Ezekiel chapter 38 is about to happen. The third woe is about to come upon us. Like, we seeing this all happen, man. Let's get let's go to go to Revelations chapter 11, verse 18. Revelations chapter 11, verse 18, it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. And thy wrath is come. America's wrath is coming, man. America's day of reckoning is coming. You see? And there's no hiding from that. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. Right? And that they should be judged. That's what's going to happen, man. They're about to be judged. You know what I'm saying? They're about to feel the pain. Right? And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. Right? The prophets, the 144,000 that stood firmly. Right? And to the saints, those that followed. You know what I'm saying? Those that followed in the correct doctrine. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Israel is about to be delivered. Israel is about to be delivered, and it's about to happen soon. You see what I'm saying? These people talking about I got a couple years down the line, that I can prepare. I can do this with my life or do that. Still take this vacation. It's not happening. It's not happening. Things is happening way too fast. Things is going on way too fast. These prophecies are moving swiftly. You ain't got time for none of that. All you got time for is to prepare your spirit, to prepare your soul, you know what I'm saying, for the death and destruction that's on its way, man. That thou shouldest reward thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. Right? Those that fear his name, small and great. So Salakia, the saints are the 144,000, man. You know what I'm saying? And those that fear his name, small and great, those are the remnant that's going to follow. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. America has destroyed this earth. Esau, Edom has destroyed this earth. Right? The earth was given into his hands, man. In Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of this wicked devil. Right? The beast man is about to be taken down. All right? So I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to say, call Halon Yimlah, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem, Hawakahakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone of whom I've grown in this true thunder. Shalom to the Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. Shalom to the Akwaf that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. Shalom.